In continuation of talking about kiln shelf sizes, we need to determine the height that you'll need also. So when you buy a kiln and you figure out, hey, I like the 21 inch or the 15 inch or the 13 inch or the 10 inch diameter shelf, now what are you going to put in the kiln? How tall is it going to be? I just put an assortment of pots here so you can kind of get an idea, and most people are like, oh, I want to make that. Well, you need to make sure you have enough height. So if we use this little shelf here and put it into the small kiln that's 11 by 9 inches on the inside, we can get 3 or 4 mugs in there pretty easy, possibly a small vase, but definitely one at a time if you're doing vases like the ones in the back. Well, when you look at it from a side view and think about it, you're gonna have this shelf, which is about a 1/2 inch thick, and you're gonna have some posts under it that are about 1 inch tall. So you're gonna lose 1.5 inches. So your 9-inch deep kiln is now only about 7.5 inches tall. So you have to factor that in. When you go to a kiln that uses this shelf, 13, most of them are 15 inches tall. So it goes up a little bit. So when you have 1-inch posts and about a 1/2 inch shelf, then you factor in, you have about 13.5 inches of working depth. You can usually get 2 shelves in there reasonably well with some pieces, or one taller piece like this one here. When you get to this kiln size, most kilns that use the 15-inch shelf, if you go up a little taller, they're 22 inches deep. That 22 inches deep is going to help you a lot, especially if you do taller vases or want to do 3 shelves at a time. When you get to the 21-inch shelf, you have 2 choices. You can get one that's 22 inches deep, or you can get one that's up to 31 inches deep. So you can factor in what you want to make. So if you're doing Christmas trees and ceramics, if you're doing really tall vases, or you're doing a lot of coffee mugs, you can factor all that in and figure out the height you need, figure in the thickness of the shelves, the posts, and working with the pieces you make. But you don't just look at the diameter of the shelf, you also have to look at the depth of the kiln to make the best decision.